What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Episode 4, Barrels with your host, Breland. The hands, the barrel path, and controlling the bat through the zone. I got a broomstick with no top. All right, so today, episode 4, guys. Welcome. Thank you, No Filter Network. Thank you, Eric Burns, and the full No Filter Network, Ohana. Thank you guys for giving me this platform to share experiences, some knowledge, some wisdom, and everything that I do in the game of baseball and in faith. Today, episode 4, guys, talking about the hand, the bat path. Last week we talked about the ground up, using our legs, a little bit of the approach, and a little bit of mental performance. As always, I will always circle back to your mind, and I will repeat myself a lot because what I repeat is very important. All right, so today, the goal of today's show, teach hitters how the hands and barrel work with the body. We're going to keep them in sync, all right? Not separately. To create a clean, efficient swing, we're going to reinforce control, direction, and barrel awareness. And then, as always, not as always, but now, been more consistent with my faith, with my Bible reading, with my scripture, with church. We're ending with the verse about perseverance and faith through the struggle of adversity between this game and in life. All right. So, welcome back. Okay, well, we're going to make hitting simple, powerful, and purposeful. We're talking about the most misunderstood part of the swing, and coaches coach very many ways. Does that make sense? Very many ways to teach this part. Using your hands, elbow, shoulder, blah, 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 blah. And direction of your barrel in your hand. So everybody online wants to talk about fast hands, right? Or Teacher Man, whatever his name is. Likes to do the shoulder thing. I don't even know what he teaches. I don't even watch his stuff. But very few people actually understand what the hands should be doing in the swing. I have always been taught not to ball inside the baseball. Okay, loose hands. We want to keep this loose. We almost want, if somebody were to grab the bat out of our hands, they could easily just take it out. All right? The best way to have the best power is loose hands. Okay? So, the hands don't work alone. Obviously, everything comes from the ground up, legs. All right? Your hands don't create the swing. They connect the swing. Okay, think of them as the steering wheel. They guide direction, but the power and speed come from the engine, which is your legs, your hip, and your core. It comes from all of this part. See that? See that? Everything, feet grounded, athletic stance, hips, core. Back knee is what I like to think as well. Okay? So, great hitters don't force their hands to the ball. They deliver the barrel through the ball by delivering your hands to the ball. And let the barrel just follow through. Don't force it in front and try to make contact. That's where swings get rotational, or you top a ball. It's very inconsistent, all right? So when the lower half and upper half work in sync, the hands will naturally stay inside the ball. We want to keep everything tight. See, I'm still going down. I'm not dipping. Keep everything tight inside, in sync, and the hands will naturally stay inside. And the barrel stays in the zone through longer. And that's where the consistency and hard contact live. And where you can have the most margin for error if you keep this exact same swing. Let's say you're late, but it's still going through. You can get jammed and drive a ball over the infield. Or let's say you're a little early and you keep this with a strong front leg, because that's what helps you from going forward. That's what helps you from going forward, all right? Strong front leg, then just let your hands do the work and you catch it out front a little bit. Okay, on off speed. Okay. So, one of my favorites to actually learn from is Micah Franklin. He's on Instagram. He teaches a 7 to 22 direction. I believe the 7 to 22 is the launch angle that he's teaching. Or that's the result of the bat path that he's teaching, I should say. Because 7 to 22 is like your, let's say this is level. Let's see. So 7 would be, I don't know, somewhere there. 22 would be here. So you see this angle somewhere? So we're teaching line drives, backspun buttery biscuit line drives. That's what he's teaching, and that's who I learned from a lot. And that watching his videos on Instagram helped my mind and my body. Something clicked in the last couple of years of hitting a baseball has gotten so much better, and the confidence within myself and my abilities has gone through the roof. Okay, so let's break down what barrel path really means. It's the route your barrel takes. Let's say this is your barrel part, and it's here. It's the route your barrel takes from launch. So when you're separated and ready to launch, this is launch. When you're loaded, separated, all right, to contact. It could be anywhere from your crotch, maybe even a little back if you're late, or it's outside and letting the ball travel, to out front on your front foot, and maybe just the ball, 2 balls out on your front foot. Okay. 2, extension and through. A lot of people love to do armbar, and I want to say most baseball players have the armbar, because this is going to be tucked. Let me see if I can get you guys. Let's get you guys a little bit. Let me go here. That doesn't work. Let's give you guys more down. There we go. Okay. And we're going to turn it because it's bright light. Oh, that's even worse, huh? Sorry, guys. All right. So, the goal is, okay, keeping the barrel in the hitting zone as long as possible. Okay, it's the route your barrel takes, launch, contact, extension. And, okay, armbar. Some people are armbarring, but that's okay. The elbow is still tucked. Because what's most important, I think, in the swing, and that's what helped, especially for me as a lefty dominant guy that hits right, is this top hand that helps me stay inside and through. So I'm always thinking you got to lead with this and not yank with the bottom hand. For righties, it should be easier because you're more dominant and you can focus on keeping this strong, whereas this is my weaker one, so I really focus a lot of drills, especially in one-hand drills. This is very important for me, so I do a lot of one-hand drills of staying inside the ball. I'm not trying to create a lot of power or trying to get the ball to the back of the net. Just trying to create barrel to baseball connection every time. Not how hard I hit it, I just want barrel to baseball inside. Okay, so a good barrel path moves slightly up through the ball. So we're down, because in order to go through a ball, you have to go down, and then we go up to get on plane. Okay, because it is impossible to keep the barrel. Everyone says keep barrel above hands, but it's impossible unless you're chopping wood. Or somehow I still have this memory in my mind of Altuve hitting a ball above his head and he literally chopped it. Okay, but other than that, it is almost physically impossible to keep. Once you start your swing, it is impossible to keep barrel above hands. It's a thought. That's part of the approach. So a good barrel path moves slightly up through the ball, meaning we're down to it. As we're getting into the zone, the barrel's coming, it's almost like here. It's almost here. So there, the barrel's already lower, like slightly. Then we're pushing through and coming up and finishing high. Okay, so we're not chopping down. If anything, it's a thought process to chop down because we want to think down through. A-Rod likes to teach us down through, even Barry Bonds. Everything's down because it's a mindset. You want to stay down. Once you get under the ball, you're not catching up to anything above that's high. Anything low, you're coming out of your swing already and you're rolling over. And anything off speed, you're totally just missing it. Okay, so we're not chopping down. Think of it as staying on top of the ball. It's in your mind. And we're not uppercutting like I over-exaggerated wildly. Just a smooth arc swing. Think of a clock. What's his name? I got a hit with Pilar. Yeah, Pilar, one off season. And he talked about how the bat is like a pendulum or a clock. It goes this way. So you see, let's start level. And it goes down. If this is the barrel, it goes down, level, and then it comes back up through the zone. So this is your arc that I'm talking about, okay? We're going to create a nice smooth arc. Or if you ever look at a logo of, sometimes people make a swing logo of Griffey. It's a C, it's a circle. That's what we want to create. Because at the bottom of the arc, just before the bottom, that's where your bat play starts. Comes through the bottom, comes through, and finishes up. So that path allows more margin for error, and you can slightly be early or slightly be late and still score the ball low. So a simple drill. One of my favorite cues is match the plane of the pitch. So most pitches, obviously, unless you're facing a submarine guy, come in slightly at a down angle. So we don't want to think, okay, since it's coming down, we got to go start down. Think you're starting on top, and then as you're sitting in your legs and staying strong in your front, just before your barrel gets into the zone, it's already down. So now we're just staying through because the barrel is low and it's on plane with the ball as we use our eyes to see where the ball is coming in. And we just use the rest of our hands and our hips to stay through it and think middle. I always think middle. If you think middle, your hands will stay middle. Now it's just a matter of where the ball is pitched and your contact point. If you think middle inside, you're not going to be rotational and hit it out front and come here. You're going to think, oh, okay, inside. Now just meet it earlier, and we're going to come here. Mookie does it really well. He stays inside, tight, and keeps it through. Almost like the top hand isn't rolling over. He's trying to keep it through the middle. Judge, same thing. Okay? So, if the ball is coming slightly downhill, your barrel should meet it slightly uphill. That's how you create true backspin and line drives. Because yes, you can do a chop swing and still create backspin, but your margin for error is so much smaller. You have to hit it perfectly in order for it to backspin through. Other than that, you're either rolling it over or you're chopping it down into the ground. Okay? Whew. That's a lot so far. So, let's just break this down into simple terms. If you think middle, inside the ball, on top of the ball, your barrel will just naturally do its thing, and your hands will do its thing to stay level through the ball, create line drives. My best thought, especially in BP, is I want to hit line drives back at the pitcher, or for me as a righty, right at the second baseman. That's when I know my bat path is great, and I'm staying inside the ball. Okay, so what the hands actually do. Now let's clear this up. Your hands are not just slapping at the ball. You're not just throwing it, slapping, and you're coming out. All right, they're controlling the entry of the barrel. Wherever your hands go, that's where the barrel goes. At launch, the hands stay close to your body. So your ready position once you're separated. Everyone's a little different. It's okay. For me, I sometimes will drop, but they're still close. They're not out. They're not way up. Okay, I'm kind of more of a just back guy, and I start low, and I just work back. A lot of guys will start high and just have that high elbow. I don't teach that. However you swing is going to be your swing. I never change that unless it's really bad. Then we'll have to find a happy medium, and we'll work on stuff. Okay, but at launch, the hands stay close to your body. Elbows loose, but also close to your body. Remember, just slight angle over athletic so we can have space for our elbows to move through. Okay, and you rotate from the middle, not arms, because we want hips to go. We want that separation. So here, we want hips. Well, this is still back, and then once this goes and stays middle, or if it's outside, we're going. Think of throwing your privates to the ball. Inside, throw it inside. If it's middle, stay middle. If it's away, think this back hip is going towards that direction. And then you let the arms follow. So think of your hands as delivering the barrel, not pushing it, not pulling it either. Okay, your top hand guides, your bottom hand stabilizes. Okay, together they keep the barrel on plane and prevent it from casting out too early or even being too tight and you feel stuck all the time, and then that's where the rotation problem is created. So if your hands, so think of this, if your hands fly away from your body, your barrel gets long. Think, because your bat is an extension of your hands. So here, long. Barrel, if your hands get away, long. Okay, if your hands stay connected, your barrel stays short, and then you go long and through. It's short, quick, powerful is through. Short, quick, powerful. All right, we're going to talk about some drills. Here are 2 simple drills to train barrel control. Like I stated before, top hand. Top hand drill, you can go short bat or choke up on your regular bat. And you can do it off a tee or front toss. Focus on driving the barrel through the ball, staying palm up through the entire swing contact, and you can even exaggerate. You don't even have to swing hard. Think here on top, and we're serving. Think of serving a platter, and you can't spill the drink. See how I didn't turn it over? We're just serving it, and stay middle and extend. Middle and extend. Okay? Now another one I love to do is the split grip. Same concept with the single hand, but now you got 2 hands, and you know you can't get rotational because then you just come in and out. So you gotta think these have to be connected. And then Micah Franklin loves this drill, and so do I. I start every hitting session with the split grip. Sometimes I always start big, then I start inching my way all the way down. But my focus is palm up, palm down. I'm staying on top, inside, and I'm extending. So from here, down, it's there. You see how the barrel goes under, get on plane, and then we're pushing through. These are drills you don't swing hard. Just focus on controlling your hands through the barrel and focus on getting your hands past the ball, and then just let the barrel go through. And then palm up, palm down, and just keep this up. All right, so these are small, repeatable movements that teach feel. Teach your brain to feel the hands, to feel the body, because feel builds barrel awareness more than any swing cue ever will. So approach plus mindset with barrel control. So what you think is what your body's going to do. All right, so remember, it's not about perfect mechanics. It's about being on time, under control, breathing, and just being a baseball player, being an athlete. Okay? Barrel control means trusting your rhythm, trusting what you did in practice, trusting what you see every pitch, and attacking with intent. If you see a pitch in your zone, attack it. Don't guess and be like, no, no, no. Oh, yes, maybe. Okay? We want to be in attack mode every single pitch. We're thinking fastball, dead red, middle, middle. And if it's not there, we're stopping. So we're going yes, 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 yes. And then you're making a decision probably within the last 15, 20 feet. All right? That's how quick our mind and our body works. Okay, it's split seconds. By the time, I think your average fastball takes about 0.32 seconds to go from release to home plate. All right, it's not much time. Baseball is one of the hardest games, so give yourself some grace. But the more athletic we can be, the more strong we can be, and the more loose with the great approach, knowing our strengths and weaknesses. Do we like to get extended because we're better at swinging at away pitches? Or do we like inside pitches because that's just our natural swing, likes to be a little more in? Then that's what we're looking for before 2 strikes. So have a plan every at bat. Be on time for the fastball, always. Adjust to off speed. Stay through the middle of the field. My simple plan every single at bat is we're breathing. Okay? Eye on the barrel before we step into the box and get ready. Deep breath, and we're thinking 3-0 cockshot fastball no matter what the count is. And we're soft and easy. I'm attacking a fastball, and I'm attacking a zone. I'm not looking for pitches. I've never been great at guessing pitches. I've always been my best when I react. So I'm staying on a fastball, and I'm trusting what I did in practice in my drills. If there's a hanging curveball, I'm trusting what I see based off of a scouting report also, and what I see as I'm on the on-deck circle. Okay? And if it's hanging, I'm just going to continue my swing, stay through the middle. I'm not going to... There's been times where you see that hanging curveball or hanging off speed, and we just want to jump at it. All right? And that's where we're trying to do too much. Whereas you trust your ability, trust everything you did in practice. Fastball timing, adjust, even weight, and we're going to stay strong on the front side and just continue the bat path through the middle, and boom. Okay? That's how you stay calm when the pressure rises. Is you're breathing and you're trusting your abilities and the preparation you put into hitting. Okay, your approach controls your barrel, and your barrel controls your results. And then after that, you have no control once the ball hits the barrel. So if your mind's calm, your hands will be too, which leads to better results and better quabs, quality at bats. All right? So adversity and the deeper lesson of this whole barrel path episode. Okay, controlling the barrel isn't about being perfect. It's about staying consistent. How consistent can your swing be? And you just trusting what you see and taking the same exact swing. It's just a matter of letting the ball travel or not. Okay, it's about staying consistent when things don't feel right. Trust your plan. Trust your approach. Guys get into a funk when they start wanting to come back in the dugout and they're like, oh, what I do? And you start asking too many questions. You get in your head. You're like, oh, was I late? Was my barrel here? Were my hands here? You know, sometimes it's literally just what you were thinking when you're at the plate. Mechanics is what you work on. Pre-game, practice, drills. Once you're in the game, all that's out. You just play and you compete, okay? You'll have days where your timing's off, your swing feels weird, or you just can't square anything up, and that's okay. That's part of the game. But how consistent can your approach, can your mindset be, can your swing be, no matter what the results of that day are? Okay, that's just normal. That's baseball. It's going to happen. It's long seasons. Okay, but the big leaguers stay consistent. Ohtani struggled the whole playoffs, but you didn't see him get mad, throw one thing. He stuck with the same approach because you can't control anything that happens after you swing. But literally, he approached the game the same way, the same pre-pitch preparation, the same pre-game preparation, and then you just see him be so consistent no matter what. Yeah, the results maybe weren't there that he wanted or the Dodgers wanted, but it's not an ice sport. It's a team sport, guys. It takes all 9 guys on the field plus the bench guys. It takes everybody. All right, so the key is learning to trust your foundation, trust your process, and not panic. When you're in a panic situation, pressure situation, sometimes if you just focus on your breath, clear everything out, you step in the box and just compete one pitch at a time. That's sometimes the simplest approach, and sometimes, probably most of the time, what I always do. I don't think about the situation. I don't think about I was 0 for 1 or I struck out the last at bat. I'm just like, I don't know what to do anymore. Let's just breathe and just compete one pitch at a time. If it's there, I'm swinging. If it's not, I'm not swinging. Okay? It's basically the same lesson that life teaches us. One day at a time, 1 minute at a time, one task at a time. Life, baseball, we need to slow things down. The more we breathe, the more we focus on the task at hand and simplifying it, the better we will be, the more focused on the process we will be, and the better results that come of it. So just stay consistent, all right, guys? Because simplicity is everything in this game. The more simple, the more easy you can do something, the more effortless you can do something, the more fun you will have in this game, and the more and better results you will get. So just stick with your process. Keep learning. There's never a day we should never have the thought we didn't learn anything. There's always something to learn, especially in this game of baseball. Okay? I started writing in a journal, a baseball journal, of things I did well and things I could have done better. And that's what's helped a lot. So maybe what you need to start doing is, if you can't concentrate on writing everything down after each at bat, which some guys do, a lot of big leaguers are doing it, go back and watch film and then write in your journal. Or right after the game, you get into the locker room, open up your book and go through your at bats before you do anything else, before you check your phone. It's the best way that I know and I've seen and experienced other players do in order for them to get better and become the best that they can be. Okay, so there's this verse in James chapter 1, verses 2-4 that says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lack anything." So baseball's full of failure. Life full of failure. Just like anything you do in life, you're going to fail, and the most successful people fail the most. It's just a matter of your perseverance. Are you going to quit? Are you going to learn from it? Or are you just going to see it as a loss? Okay? You fail 7 out of 10 times at the plate, and you're a Hall of Famer in this game. And people forget that. People forget that even, like, pitchers forget how hard hitting is. And they put so much pressure on themselves thinking, like, I got to get this guy out. And then they give up a hit. But it's like hitting is so hard that you might succeed 20% of the time. Like, just throw it down the middle. It's so hard to hit a round bat with a round ball and square it up. Okay? So this game's full of failure. The more you learn and the more you focus on the present and the more you focus on your process of just being as consistent as you can and getting better, the better you're going to do, the better you're going to be, and the better life is going to get. So every struggle you face, every slump, every bad game, every tough moment is shaping you into something stronger, more grounded, and more complete. All right? Don't run from adversity. Learn from it. Trust the process. Stay faithful. Trust it. Trust in yourself. Trust in your abilities. That's why you are playing this game, because you are good. You wouldn't be playing this game if you weren't good. Okay? Every tough moment is shaping you into something stronger. Okay? So don't run from adversity. Learn from it. Trust the process. Stay faithful. And remember, every trial has a purpose. Everything we do in this game, in life, has a purpose. There's always something better to come. So you just keep going. Okay? Keep going. Guys, you will be fine. I promise. I've been through everything you haven't been through yet, or maybe you have a little bit. But I've been through it all. I've seen it all. I've seen other teammates experience failure and go through it. But the more you focus on just wanting to be better and you become obsessed with your craft, the better you're going to be, the more confident you're going to get, and the more the failures aren't going to bother you. Because a failure is just a great time for you to learn something new. Okay? So, guys, episode 4, barrel path. It's so easy. It really is. Stay inside the ball, up the middle, gap to gap, loose hands, soft hands, athletic in your position. Stay on the fastball. We want to go short to it, long through it. Short to it, long through it. All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 4, the hands, the bat path, direction, barrel popping line drives through the hitter's eye. That's what we always want. All right. If you love this episode, please, guys, I'm on Instagram, The Real Smoothie King. Or I should say The Real _Smoothie King. I post a lot of hitting videos, a lot of inspiration, a lot of faith. All right, guys, God is good. He's taking me places I never thought I'd be. And it's crazy to look back and, have one dream and one plan that I thought that was my plan, and turns out God had better plans. So please share this. This will also be on YouTube, on Spotify. Obviously, we're on the No Filter Network. So please share this, like it, subscribe to my channel. Reach out. If you got questions, DM me. Please don't hesitate. This just finished my 14th season, so I'll do anything to help you guys mentally, mechanically, defensively wise. Here to help. I'm giving out free information, free experience from my past. So thank you guys for tuning in. Next week we'll be diving into timing, vision, seeing the ball early, trusting your rhythm, maybe even talk about scouting reports and, reading pitchers' tendencies and whatnot. But until then, keep your hands connected, your faith grounded, and your purpose clear. God is good. Thank you, guys.